Welcome once again to this week's edition of An Irritable Person's Mailbag, during which I will recite in my usual nasal drone everything you could have read Monday through Friday on my Substack, Ask an Irritable Person. Monday. Dear Irritable Person, I'm feeling irritable myself, so I'm hoping that you can relate to what I'm about to say and refrain from showering me with abuse, as is your custom. I am getting the bare minimum done in my life to pay my bills, keep my job, and be there for my husband and kids so that they don't hate me. Two of the kids are in those terrible tween and teen years. They're all terrible years, really. We have 4 kids, and I feel like I'm dancing on a knife's edge whenever I say hello to them. There are so many more things I want to do with my life, but I feel like I'm falling further and further behind. This house could use a cleaning, that's for sure. And our landscaping, which I do entirely myself, is in a sorry state. Our mini elephant shrubs are looking a bit fuzzy, which I find disturbing, although it doesn't seem to bother anyone else. And that's just what's happening inside our property boundaries. When I think of everything that's going on in the world outside, my mind boggles, and I have to reach for my blood pressure medication. When can I find the time to address the major issues facing the planet? The clock is ticking, and my time is running out. I'm 32. How many good years do I have left in me? I am swamped and stressed and don't know where to turn, so I'm turning to you, which I hope won't turn out to be a tremendous mistake. Be gentle with me. Sincerely, Stressed. Dear Stressed, oh, my sweet summer child, how naive you are. Don't you realize you want me to abuse you? That's why people come to me. Sometimes they beg for it, like you, while others attempt to abuse me, hoping for a withering response, which they promptly receive. You are taking a brief respite from abusing yourself with self-imposed stress and would like me to pick up the cudgel. Well, I'm not falling for it. Sorry. I hope that stings, for your sake, you masochist. Let's review your life in a brief paragraph. You're paying your bills, you hold a steady job, you are available for the people in your life, and as a cherry on the cupcake, they don't hate you for it. You are an uncommon woman. Donate a little of your husband's money to Greenpeace, declare victory, and sit on the porch till sunset. Gently, Irritable Person. Tuesday. Dear Irritable Person, I was having lunch with a friend of mine the other day, and I started off our chat, as I always do, by asking her how things were going with her. But she wasn't 2 sentences into telling me about her life. I can't remember what she said because I wasn't really paying attention, when I started talking about the season finale of Yellowstone. It had broadcast a few months before, but I'm kind of obsessed by the show. Not because I think it's a good show. I don't. It's so cheesy and retro. But because I don't understand what other people see in it, and I'm determined to keep watching it, and all its prequels, and all the sequels to come, until I do. I'm fine with that, by the way. That's not what I wanted to write you about. My real problem is that I interrupt this friend of mine all the time. I don't let her get a word in edgewise. Whenever we get together, I swear I'm not going to do it this time, but after listening to her for 30 seconds or so, I feel compelled to interrupt and talk about me. I know it's wrong, and after I've been talking for about 45 minutes or so, I realize I'm doing it again, and I interrupt myself and apologize and berate myself in the harshest terms possible in front of her, and insist that she talk about herself during the few remaining minutes we have together while I pick up the check. She just kind of shrugs and says everything's fine. I fear that this may someday begin to have a harmful effect on our friendship. Why do I keep doing this? Why can't I just stop talking and start listening? Sincerely, Self-Loathing. Dear Self, so here's what I'm hearing. Oh gosh, I really wish I could change my behavior, but I don't seem to be able to change my behavior. Why is that? It's a mystery to me, like so many things, such as the appeal of the Yellowstone universe. Wow, this is a toughie. Let me bring all my brain power and empathic abilities to bear on... No, actually, it's pretty fucking obvious. You're not changing your behavior because you don't want to change your behavior. Own it, Mimbo. You like talking and don't love the listening part so much. And you wouldn't change a thing, otherwise you would. Oh, I don't know why I do this. Why do I do this? You do it for the same reason any of us do anything. You damn well want to. As for your performative mea culpas after the fact, well, you are just an intuitive genius of manipulation, aren't you? After you've done the talkative deed, you try to weasel out of suffering the damn consequences, namely your friend's resentment, by announcing how much you regret what you've just done and how you really, really, really hate yourself for it. But what you're really saying is, oh, don't you see how upset I am with myself? Please don't be upset at me. I will punish myself, so you don't have to. In fact, how dare you even think of calling me out on my bad behavior? Don't you see how much I'm suffering already? Neat Jedi mind trick, you piece of trash. By the way, you're not hate watching Yellowstone, you're love watching it. Sure, you tell yourself that you watch it as some sort of anthropological experiment in which you're studying the television habits of lower mammals while looking down on your fellow fans for their fandom. Because you're better than them, right? Because you're watching Yellowstone ironically. Get over yourself. I don't watch Yellowstone because I have no interest in it. You watch Yellowstone because you love every soapy moment of it. Stop pretending you don't. Why don't you get to know yourself someday? You'll be appalled by what you discover, but that's the beginning of the road to self-acceptance, even for hideous hypocrites like you. You are some piece of work. Even your trolling is insincere. Feel free to write again with more of your bullshit. You enrage me and make me feel more alive. I'm on fire. Warmly, Irritable Person. Wednesday. Dear Irritable Person, I have this friend who may or may not be driving me crazy. I'm not sure, so I decided to write a complete stranger and let them decide. Whenever I get together with this friend of mine, he always starts the conversation by asking me how I'm doing. But then he'll interrupt me after about maybe 30 seconds to start talking about himself, and then he'll go on and on about something for about 45 minutes until it's time to get the check. And then he'll pay for everything and apologize profusely to me, savaging himself in the worst possible terms, until I reassure him that everything's fine. Last time we got together, he went on and on about the Yellowstone series finale, which I haven't watched yet, along with any other episode of Yellowstone. I try to be a good friend. I want to listen. I like listening. And I don't really like talking about myself. I really, really don't. So I don't mind his seeming disinterest in me as a human being. I find it convenient, actually. It makes my life easier. Really, it does. I don't mind at all. And I appreciate it that he beats himself up for monopolizing the conversation once he's done monopolizing the conversation. It enables me to do what I do best, comfort someone else. Now that I write it all out like this, I'm not really sure what my problem is, except that I think about this all the time. And when I do, my hands clench until my knuckles turn white and my fingernails dig red crescent moons into my palms. But then I think, no, everything is fine. Even as I write this email about him, I feel fine. Everything is fine. I don't feel angry with him at all. Not at all. Not the least little bit. I mean, really. Unless I'm very much mistaken and completely out of touch with my own emotions, I am not upset with him. At all. Really. But lately I've been having this recurring dream where I run him over with a giant steamroller. He can't move out of the way because his feet are stuck ankle deep in boiling tar, which enables me to run him over with the steamroller real slow. And then I reverse the steamroller and run over him again. And again. And again. Do you remember the old Looney Tunes cartoons? It's like that, except it's not animated. It feels real. And the pacing's a little slower than in the cartoons because I run over him with the steamroller so many times. And I just laugh and laugh the whole time I'm doing it. And when I wake up, I'm still laughing with tears streaming down my face. And then I roll over and sleep like a baby. Is this odd? Do I need to be doing something differently, or am I good? Sincerely, Aggrieved. Dear Aggrieved, you sound fine to me. Just fine. Nothing wrong with you. Nuh-uh, nothing at all. But yeah, that's just my patented snark. You are a deeply troubled individual, and it's probably only a matter of time before you explode and someone's brains are splattered all over the walls. Not your chatty friend, of course. If I were a betting man, I'd say that your mail carrier's days are numbered. Displacement is a bitch. Yeah, you should definitely do something differently. The first thing you should do is read yesterday's column because your chatty friend wrote me to talk about how he can't help but interrupt you. Every detail was the same, down to his Yellowstone fetish. The second thing you should do is find a psychiatrist who will prescribe you a lot of medication and see you for 45 minutes every day because, sister, you need help. I think there is a reason why people are drawn together. And in your case, you and your friend are drawn together to punish each other, whether it's over brunch or in your dreams. Why don't you just drive to Vegas and get married already? Good luck, you crazy kids. Pessimistically, irritable person. Thursday. Dear irritable person, I feel like I need a harsh talking to. Can you give me some of your hostile, but I'm sure well-intentioned, feedback and compel me to do the right thing? To be more specific, I'm doing something that may be harming my health, and I have not told my doctor about it. I don't think she would like it, and she'd tell me to stop. But I don't want to stop and don't intend to, no matter what my doctor says. And then I would have to lie to her and tell her that I had stopped when I hadn't. And I'd hate to lie to my doctor. She's very nice to me to my face. When you think about it, I'm just trying to protect my doctor from me lying to them. Or am I wrong? It feels like I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Sincerely, don't want to be good because it feels so good to be bad. Dear Bad, yes, you are wrong. Very wrong. You are all kinds of wrong, buddy. But congratulations on only lying by omission, I suppose. I feel that you can maybe be just a teeny bit more specific about what you're doing that may be harming your health. I'll admit, I'm intrigued. What is it you're not telling your doctor? You can tell me, evil grin emoji. Do you have a heroin addiction, or are you eating 2 spoonfuls of frozen yogurt just before bedtime? Context matters. If it's heroin addiction, call your doctor's office, now. If it's frozen yogurt, that can wait till your next regularly scheduled appointment or until you become pre-diabetic, whichever comes first. Don't know whether you're pre-diabetic or not? Get your labs taken every 3 months, and if your doctor asks why you want that, tell them, you idiot. I could be more abusive, but knowing that you're craving abuse, in addition to frozen yogurt and or heroin, makes me want to deny it to you. Now get lost. No, wait, you already are. Sincerely, irritable person. Friday. Dear irritable person, well, it's another weekend, and as usual, it's not nearly long enough for me to have time to do all the things I need to do. Can you help prioritize my life? I can't seem to prioritize it myself. Since I'm sure that my priorities are all wrong, I'll put my to-do list in alphabetical order, so the sequencing won't unduly influence you as you find the correct order for my tasks for the weekend. Basement, refinish. Car, his, wash and detail. Car, mine, wash. Cook, all meals. Garage, build. Groceries, list, obtain, return. Husband, wash and groom. Kids, wash and groom. Lawn, mow and water. Schoolwork, kids, assist. Schoolwork, mine for graduate degree, do. Wash clothes, his, dry clean. Wash clothes, kids, machine wash. Wash clothes, mine, go down to creek, beat with a rock, dry in backyard. Please note, my children are 4 and 6 and therefore too young yet to put to manual labor. Sincerely, overbooked. Dear Overbooked, yes, you very badly need to prioritize yourself in a way you can't even begin to imagine. Your email makes me very sad. Not happy sad, like when the wife dies at the beginning of Up. Oh, I spoiled the first 10 minutes of a 16-year-old movie for you? Shut up. Your email just makes me sad. I doubt I can help you. And what makes me even sadder is I'm about to try anyway. Notes about your note. Who says 4 is too young for manual labor? Can thousands of Puritans in 1600s Massachusetts be wrong? Also, where's your husband in all this? Getting blackout drunk with his mistress at a local hotel bar? Also, do you have any parents or siblings who are still alive who can help out? I see a redistribution of labor in your future. Now, I've never had kids or even pets, so this may be unrealistic, but what the hell? Give it a try this weekend, see how it works out. You can always tweak the plan to fix any rough spots that arise and try it again next weekend, as long as there are no casualties and the house doesn't burn down. Let the 4-year-old take charge of keeping himself and his sibling washed and groomed. Your husband should really be washing and grooming himself by now, unless he is very, very old, in which case have your kids do it. It's about time they were taught to be disgusted by the human body. If you have sisters who do not have kids, let them supervise yours. This way, they will never want to have kids and will always be available for babysitting. If you have sisters who have kids, you probably know already that they are dead to you. That's right, absolutely useless for at least the next 20 years and likely for eternity. Save yourself the mental energy. Plus, the sooner you forget that they exist, the more money you can save on Christmas and birthday presents. Let the garage and basement wait, possibly forever, unless you have any knucklehead brothers who want to show each other and the world how handy they are, whether they actually are or not. You may not get a garage out of this, but you will witness a lot of activity that resembles construction work if you squint when you look at it. Regarding food, just order from one of those meals in a box outfits and you're set with the groceries and the cooking. Wherever your husband goes on the weekends, surprise him there when he's consulting with his female friend from work and threaten him with divorce and public shaming unless he takes care of his own damn car and yours and all the clothes. Yours deserve to be machine washed too. If your mother and father are still somewhat ambulatory, congratulations. Consider yourself way ahead of the game. Put grandma in charge of helping the kids with their schoolwork. Make sure you hide a video camera somewhere so you can play the tape back later, because that will be hysterical and you won't want to miss it. Or be there while it's happening. Put grandpa in charge of supervising the yard work. Let him chase down your 6-year-old when he decides to play Grand Prix with a lawnmower. If at any point you find you're down either one grandpa or one grandma, then pass their duties off to dad. Absent yourself from all this frenzy in the morning so you can do your schoolwork toward your graduate degree somewhere peaceful and distant. Then take the rest of Saturday and Sunday off. Go see a movie, but not the Minecraft movie, unless you want screaming people throwing food around. For that, you can stay at home with the family. Good luck, Irritable Person. And that's it for this week's mailbag. Look for Irritable Person's weekly catch-up audio mailbag every Sunday, and follow the daily column Ask an Irritable Person every Monday through Friday on Substack. Or subscribe. It's free and virtually certain to remain so for the foreseeable future.